come in here. Here we go. Hi.
Hello, Betty.
Hello, how are you?
I'm Michael La Rue.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for taking time to do this.
And what a lovely last name, La Rue.
Well, you know, Rue asked me to marry her 3 times because she wanted to be Rue La Rue.
Of course she did. Of course she did.
Well, come on in. I brought a few things from Rue's office that I thought you might recognize and be able to tell us about. This right here, I think you wrote about that in your... Rue had 23 beneficiaries in her will, of course.
Oh.
You know how generous she was. 12 animal charities.
Oh, that's
so
lovely.
Mark, her son, you know Mark.
Sure.
He took everything that he wanted, you know, the personal things,
Of
family
course,
mementos, and everything else is going to be auctioned off now.
Oh, good for her.
And so one of the things we're doing is we'd like you to look into the camera and identify the bracelets.
There are only 2 of these in the world. Oh, no, that's another story.
Okay.
There are only 4 of these in the world.
There you go, thank you. Now, could you say something about Judy Evans when we look at the costumes over here? Rue told me that Judy Evans loved you and loved her.
Judy Evans was our wardrobe mistress, and she did a wonderful job trying to keep our 4 characters separated and stuff. And Rosie always was in the lovely flowing ones. Rose was in, you know, Rose was usually in a sweater that had farm animals on it or something like that.
But in the Golden Palace, I thought she had you in nice things too.
Probably,
Yeah,
but
you
you know,
up a little more.
I thought she dressed us all very well.
Yeah. Do you remember any of these? Do these look familiar to you? Rue wore this on Golden Girls and the Golden Palace.
Did she?
Yes.
Well, I'll be darned.
And you know, she got all of her costumes as part of her contract. I have 220 pieces.
Good heavens, what did she do with them?
She had them in storage this whole time.
Oh, for goodness
And I
sake.
just pulled them out. They look great still.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. And Judy did such a good job to keep all our characters appropriate, you know. That's not easy when you're dealing with 4 women.
Especially with so many years and so many episodes.
That's right, 180 episodes.
This one, the red sequin number, I thought would look good on you. Did you want to try it on?
No. No.
I'll show you. She saved everything that you ever sent her. All of the letters that you sent to Rue.
Really?
When you were doing the crossword puzzle one day, you had found in the crossword puzzle that she was there. The picture you sent her that a fan sent you, she saved everything you ever sent her.
Oh, bless her heart.
And she told me these scenes that she did with you, the cats, the nuns.
Oh, yes, we had all kinds of fun.
These were some of her favorite scenes.
And what we would do, we'd play games. We'd be waiting outside a door to make an entrance into a scene. And we'd start a game, you know, kind of a category game like animals or automobiles or something like that. And you go through the alphabet. So just as either one of us would start into the scene, the other one would give the last clue. So we'd go in and we'd play the scene and do all that. Then as we made our exit, we'd give our answer.
Well, a lot of people don't know that about Rue, that she was very intelligent. She was an intellectual. She read all the time.
Of course she did. Yeah. She was, and she was also, she liked men.
You think?
She was Blanche Devereaux.
What I found with Rue is she learned early on to say yes, and that helped her professionally because she always worked and always had jobs, and it helped her personally because she had 6 husbands.
Yes, she did, and the ones that got away.
Do you remember the doodles? Do you remember her doodling all the time?
She was so artistic. She would doodle, and I mean really, really artistic work.
Yes.
It was, and detailed and fun. And I kept telling her, you've got to do something with those, you know, because that's more than doodling. That's artwork.
She saved all of her scripts with all of these doodles on them, and this one she saved was when George Clooney was on your show, and George drew these things on there.
Did he really?
That's his self-portrait that he drew.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Could you hold that up? Can I?
Yeah. It's George.
Isn't that something? He didn't flatter himself.
It's a good likeness, though, in a way. It looks like
yes,
it.
The essence is there.
Now, Rue saved all of the scripts from every show, and here you are from The Love Boat with Rue years before Golden Girls.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And Mama's Family.
You did Mama's Family?
She played a very mousy character. So when they approached us and sent us the script for Golden Girls, they sent me the script for Blanche. Well, Jay Sandrich, who had directed most of the Mary Tyler Moore shows, directed our pilot. And it was Jay's wisdom who said, if Betty plays another neighborhood nymphomaniac, they're going to think it's Sue Ann Nivens all over again.
Yeah.
And so they traded. Well, I wasn't sure who Rose was. I knew who Blanche was, but I wasn't sure who Rose was. But then I got to know Rose. She wasn't dumb. She was terminally naive, but not dumb.
Indeed.
But then Rusie took Blanche out into orbit where I would never have gone, and she was wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so dear.
Well, you both were, Betty. I mean, those characters have become iconic now. Do you recognize this at all? The Men of Blanche's
Oh yes,
Boudoir?
oh yes, oh yes. She put a book together of close friends, shall we say, the Men of Blanche's Boudoir. I'm surprised she said Blanche's. It should have been Rue's.
Indeed, and I guess...
Sold to the man in the cowboy hat. Sold to the drag queen up front. Okay.
There we go, perfect. The last movie that Rue ever saw in her life was your movie, The Proposal.
You're kidding.
No, that was the last film she ever saw. I found that in her purse, and the night you called before the heart surgery, I remember she was talking to you about The Proposal.
Yes.
And she asked you who that man's name was, Ryan, is it Reynolds?
Yup.
And she just thought he was the hottest guy. So this
She thought any guy was the hottest guy, let's face it.
But will you